Chieh, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. And Box is supporting women in really where it hits us in the wallet, in this sort of inequity of pricing of personal products. A lot of people think about that or call that the pink tax. When did you first become aware of that?
So I wish I could take full credit for it and for the program that we run. I became aware of it years ago when the women of Box, the female employees of Box, kind of banded together and had a sit down with me, saying that, hey, there's this thing called the pink tax where women are unfairly charged, sales tax as if it was a luxury good item for feminine care products, as well as other kind of items like razors, simply because they're pink. And so having that sit down with me and saying, hey, this is a thing. And actually, did you know that we actually enable it via our platform, via what we do day to day here, was kind of how I became privy to this problem that's been basically pervasive throughout our society today.
Yeah, which is, it speaks to why it is so important to have diversity in your organization, to be able to sit down, to talk, to listen, so that you can learn from each other. I know from our previous conversations, you're in an industry where cost efficiency is everything, profit margins are tight. Why did you feel it was important to take a stand on this?
As you said that, Maggie, I was like, wait a minute. Oh man, profit margins are tight. What are we doing? But it's when things are tough and when things are not easy that I think the true DNA of an organization shines through. And so, yes, the items we sell, our business in general, is in an industry where profit margins are thin. But I think that's when you have to dig deep and say, okay, even though they are thin, we are enabling this. And so what is the stance that we're going to take? And for us, it is rolling back some of those taxes or rebating those taxes back to customers, even though, as you mentioned, we don't make a lot from those items to begin with.
Yeah. Do you think there's something in your background or your life that makes you sympathetic or aware of these issues or relate? I mean, everyone knows about the pink tax. Not everyone's taken action. Why did it matter so much to you personally?
That's a really good question. So I will never purport to know what it feels like to walk in the shoes of a woman day to day. Whether biologically, what women have to go through every day, to the taxes that they have to pay on items that they buy that are more expensive than what men pay. Perhaps the only thing that I can point to is obviously being an Asian American and being a minority. I do know what it feels like to be treated differently because of something that you didn't choose. And so for me, perhaps that's the only thing that I can draw upon in terms of a similar outlook or a similar feeling. But again, I'm not purporting to know what it feels like to walk in the shoes of a woman daily.
But I think that experience of being the other in a room or in society is really powerful, and often is the thing that motivates us to be an ally for others who are facing any kind of discrimination or inequity. It's a really, I think, powerful starting point for people who think, well, I don't know how to do that, or I don't know where to begin. I think looking at our own experiences does help motivate us.